Morning, guys. It's Sunday morning. It's a really, really cold day in Cape Town. We're still in the middle of winter, and I need to get a whole lot of pond stuff done today. I'm hoping we're going to have good weather. We've got no wind at the moment and no rain. It's a bit misty, but seems like it's going to be a good day to kind of mess around with the ponds. So there's a whole lot I'm going to show you today. And just catch up. I don't think I've posted a video in 2 weeks, so yeah, lots to share with you. Okay, so I've just switched the pumps off on the main pond, and you can see, despite the fact that I've got a protein skimmer that is pumping out. I mean, that's literally foam coming out the end. Obviously, it's stopped pumping now, but thick stream of foam coming out. You can see there's still foam on the surface. So there's lots and lots of protein in this pond. And that's because I'm overstocked. So I'm actually going to choose some fish out that I need to move on. If you think I'm crazy with the ones I'm choosing, then tell me. But literally some of these guys have got to move on. I've got too many fish in here. It's causing chaos. I've got to make a plan. Sorry, that's my dog barking. She's just incredibly noisy. Hey. The biggest softie, but yeah, I mean, wasn't doing much when the koi thieves were here stealing my koi. But yeah, anyway, so I need to get stuck in here, choose some fish out that potentially need to get sold on. So I will post those today as well. If you're local and you live in South Africa, I mean, you can buy from me. I don't ship internationally. I only ship in within the boundaries of South Africa. But there's definitely going to be some bigger fish in here that I need to move on. I mean, there's too many fish in here anyway. I've got the same problem that everyone else has got. I always overstock. I always put more and more fish into the pond, and then start struggling later. But what I am getting at the moment is really good growth. So it's not like the growth is being stunted at all. But at the same time, I need the pressure on the system to relax a bit. I've got a lot of tosai in here that need to be sifted through. I've got bigger fish that I've got just way too many sankey in this pond, so I would imagine a couple of the sankeys need to go. I just need to kind of decrease the load on the system, and then I'll have less foam. But look, the foam always is pretty intense when the weather's cold. I always notice that there's more foam on the water in colder weather. And the fact that I've got two massive bucky towers, I mean, each one of these towers has got 4 trays. So, there's a huge amount of agitation of the water. And then I've still got the protein skimmer with its own tower in the corner. And I've got 2 Caldness vortexes, each with about, about 0.4 square meters of Caldness in them, with oxygen bubbling through it. So there's a lot of agitation of the water. It's going to produce a lot of foam, but the foam comes about because of the stocking level and because of the amount that you're feeding. So I've got to cut back, and so I'm going to get this net off and start sifting through the fish. Okay, so I'm filling up this bowl here. We're going to just take a look at some of the fish that I potentially want to move on. I'm just draining it straight out of the pond. You can see with the net being off, the fish actually like it quite a lot. They seem to move around a lot. Even though the water's cold, there's lots of activity, and they're pretty happy. So as soon as this fills up, I'm going to start taking a few out. Okay, the first thing I'm actually taking a look at is shishui. I've got so many shishui tosai in this big pond. First one that goes back is definitely the asagi. Now it's a case of choosing two out. And I think what I'll do is I'll take this one, and I'll take the one that we looked at first with the long shape, the white head, decent enough zip. That goes back, and then these ones will go back into the sales pond. Okay, so this is the exciting one. So there's 5 Shiro Tsuri, and don't say I don't choose Shiro Tsuri really well, because look at that. But the fact is, 3 are staying and 2 have to go. So there's going to be 2 amazing Shiro Tsuris that I'm going to let go into the ponds, sales ponds. But when I select these guys, I'm literally just selecting on the intensity of the white and the potential of the black. So when I took these guys out, many of them had very little black. They were just showing potential of black, and they had some really nice white skin. And I always look for a little white spot towards the back of the fish, and if there's a white spot there, the intensity is pretty pure. That for me is a guide that the white of the fish later on is going to be good. But look how amazing these are turning out. So yeah, I need to keep 3, let 2 go. For me, the cleanest fish in the bowl is this guy here. So this one stays automatically. I'm not worried about the yellow head. The yellow head will clear later. But I mean, if you look at that, that's insane. So yeah, that one stays. And just based on kind of intensity, I look at the bowl. I think this one stays. Really nice black, really nice white. Stays, bulky little fish already. And these 3, yeah, pretty much even. I would say the winner is the one in the middle, number 2, number 3. So I'll take the one in the middle, and that gets to stay. And these 2 move into the sales pond. So if you're wanting a really good Shiro Tsuri, there's 2 really nice ones going into the sales ponds. Okay, so here I've taken out 2 small Sankey and a shower, Deutsch shower. Now, the Sankey have been on so many for sale videos that I've posted to YouTube, and no one's taken them yet. I took them. I've fed them lots of food, so they've grown a bit, and as they grow, development starts to happen. So more black is starting to come out. If you look at this Sankey here, I can see little black spots on the fin. I can see a black spot there. I can see a black spot here. That is going to be a crazy, crazy good fish. It just needs time. The reason I chose it is because the white was intense. Had a clean nose, nice long shape, good looking fish. It looked like nothing a couple of weeks ago. So that's one I'm going to hang on to for sure. The other Sankey is kind of doing the opposite. He's got lots of black coming through. Maybe too much black in the middle. It's going to be hard to say how this balances out, but I'm willing to put some time into him and just see. He's a very clean fish. I think he's going to be a good fish for a koi show, even looking like he is now. In fact, at a koi show, the right-hand side will beat the left just because it's more finished. So interesting. Darker red or orange than the other Sankey, but you can see they're potentially siblings. I mean, they came in the same batch. Very clean, very pure. I like that for koi shows. And then we've got this guy, a really, really nice Deutsch shower. Look at that. That's crazy. Imagine when that gets dark red. Ideally with some of that white coming through. Be a really nice fish. So I'm kind of tempted to get rid of the shower now. But you know what? I think I should actually just hold on to all 3 of them and just see what they do. The shower, I can maybe get to, I don't know, 30, 45 centimeters, and it will be an incredible fish and sell it at size. But yeah, because I'm a Go Sankey lover, I'm going to hang on to these 3 and just see how they do. Okay, this is a Tosai Kohaku that I've had in the bowl before. Its pattern is cleaning up nicely, so you can see it's taking shape. It's getting a nice darker color. I do have one little concern though, is that there's a little shimmy coming on the front. So that I'm not liking too much. We'll have to have a look at that as the fish grows. The red in the peck I'm not so worried about that. It'll pull back. It might be a bit of a show demerit, but it depends on the rest of the fish. At the moment, the concern is the messiness about the back section there. Who knows what will happen with that step. The rest of the steps are cleaning up really nicely. I love the fact that it's got a Maritene on the head that potentially will separate out from the rest as the pattern grows. But that's a really nice looking kohaku for a pond. So, yep, I'm going to hold on to that one. Okay, the next kohaku we've also had out before. Really, really good shape. Long, strong fish. Also a Sakai Tosai. The only worry for me here is it's got two little shimmies. You can see the one kind of there and the one there. So two little black spots coming through. So I need to have a look at that and how I deal with it. I might have to just nick those off later on. But yeah, decent looking fish, really good shape. Almost certainly going to be a female. Like good height on the fish as well. You can see there's a little arch. Strong fish. It's going to be a big fish. It's got a break at the tail. Pattern's going to open up still. And the white is really good. So in the meantime, I'm going to hold this. In summer, when it gets warmer, I'm going to take this one out and just nick those two shimmies off. You know, shimmies come from water quality, but they also come, I believe, from genes. So what I've noticed is the fish that have got the best genes tend to not get shimmies. It's the other fish. This came from a Sakai batch, so you know, I don't know what kind of grade this was. It's fish that I brought in. Most of them have turned out pretty cool, but you know, not every fish is going to be amazing in a batch. Some are going to be awesome, and others, you know, not so good. It really just depends. I don't normally get shimmies in my pond, so yeah, I'll nick these shimmies off and then see what happens. Ironically, the Maritene you've just looked at, I mean, also had a shimmy on it. So yeah, those shimmies must go. Okay, this is a really, really nice Sankey, and one that I've bowled before. Look at the red on the nose. It's got secondary he. That was quite visible in the last video. It's actually going away, so it's cutting back as it disappears. When that goes away completely and the black comes on the side of the fish here, this is going to be exceptional. So this is a show fish in the making. Definitely hang on to this and just wait till it gets its development. Hard to say male or female. Looks very female to me. Long, strong body shape. Also from Sakai. Very white, very pronounced. Awesome fish. Just some of the secondary he that needs to clear up a bit, and then we're on our way. Okay, this was the pick of the kohaku for me that I put into the pond. It's the pick at the moment. It wasn't when I first put them in. It had a lot of, if you remember the last video, a lot of patchiness around the he in the middle here. That's starting to clean up really, really nicely. It was possibly twice that in the last video. Look at the nice break. Look at the whiteness of the fish. Beautiful fish. I like the fact that the Maritene is slightly off-center. It gives it a bit of character. Nice shape. This is a great fish. It just needs to clean up that little bit in the middle to become a nice show fish. Regardless of that, it's a really good fish for the pond. Looks female. Looks like it's got a serious amount of bulk on it. So, yeah, a fish to hang on to. Look how clean that pattern is in front. Look how clean the edging is, excepting for the secondary he in the middle. But the pattern itself is crisp. So that's going to stay like that, hopefully. But beautiful fish. So one to keep. Okay, and here we've got 3 Jin Goshiki. The obvious one to keep is the one in the middle of the bowl because it's got less black on it. Depends if you like the black on the red. I mean, it can be quite appealing. And sorry about the foam in the water. It can be quite appealing when the scales are outlined by black. I mean, look at that on this one. Look at the tail piece. You can see the scales each have a black outline. I prefer it to be pure. So that's a better looking fish. But yeah, I mean, who knows at this stage what's going to happen with these 3. Okay, so the one with the less black is going into the main pond. There's my cat again. And the other 2 I'll put back into the sales ponds just to separate them out and make more space in my main pond. See, the cat always gets excited because I've got birds coming into this garden like crazy. So he hangs around with a koi, but then can't focus because there's birds everywhere. And then he gets a bit sidetracked and he wants to start chasing the birds. And this is the first fish that needs to move on. And I'm really sad, but I've got no space for it. I've got too many fish. So this is a Tancho Sankey. Now, for the purists, this isn't a full-scale Tancho Sankey. It's actually Deutz. And you can see the Deutz line on the side. But it's a really, really nice looking fish. It's female. It's really big. So, yeah, this is one of the ones that I'm going to be selling. It's going to be a great addition to someone's pond. I mean, if you're a collector of good fish, yeah, this one is available, and I'm going to take it out of my main pond. Let me just measure the size quickly. Okay, I've just had a quick measure. Obviously, I can't film and measure at the same time, but this one is 62 centimeters. So it's Deutz. It's not full scale, but a really, really nice 62 centimeters. And I'm actually going to sell this one for 3,000 Rand. So if anyone wants a really nice Sankey, let me know. Okay, the second one is a really awesome Orange Ogon. Beautiful big fish. Very long, strong body. If you get up close, you can see this is a fantastic fish. This is 63 centimeters. Looks like it's male to me. It's got nice fucrin in the scalation. Beautiful. So this will be, about 3,000 Rand. And I can ship anywhere in South Africa, so not internationally. But if you're interested, let me know. Okay, the next one I'm moving on is a Sankey. This one is really big. It's about 70 centimeters. It looks to me to be female. But as with the Tancho Sankey we looked at earlier, this one is also Deutz. So it's a Deutz Sankey. It's 70 centimeters, which is really big. Nice fish. I think it can bulk out more. I'm not feeding at the moment, so it's not going to really put on that much bulk in my pond. Could have waited till summer. I haven't had it in my pond that long, but yeah, I need to make space, so this one needs to go. As I said, 70 centimeters female. It is Deutz. You can see the scalation on the side there, the linear scalation. So Deutz Sankey, 70 centimeters. I'll make this an absolute bargain at 3,500 Rand. Again, only people in South Africa, not international. I can ship anywhere in South Africa, same day, through local airlines. But a great pond fish. Just I can't keep everything. Okay, this is the biggest one of the lot. This is essentially a Chagoi. You can see a bit of ginrin on the fish. This one is 65 centimeters, but massive bulk. It's a female. It's quite dark. There's a little problem where the pecks don't look exactly even, but you can't really see it. I mean, that would be a show defect if you were showing. But yeah, pecks not exactly the same size. But I mean, this is a monster fish. If you just look at the side of the fish, and the height that this fish has, you can actually see how big it really is. So we're just moving it into position. Just look at that. That is a big fish. So 65 centimeters. It is female, and I'll sell this one for 3,000 Rand as well. It's a really big girl. Okay, this is the last fish I'm going to look at. It's a Shawa female. This is from my own line. It's an absolutely amazing fish. I would use it for breeding in the next season. Problem is, I've now got 3 of my own fish in the pond. The other female is slightly bigger than this one, and I want to breed this season. So I don't want to sell this, but yeah, I've got to make space. This one is 45 centimeters. It's pretty bulky for 45 centimeters. And I'll do this one for, gosh, about 2,500 rand. But I mean, this is a crazy, crazy good fish. And I'm not just biased because it's my own fish. But yeah, female 45 centimeters. And it's going to get better and develop nicely, but big bulky fish. Okay guys, that's it for the video for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it. Local guys, there's some fish if you want to look at stocking your pond. Lots of fish that I've moved out of my main pond today. The good news is that this week we've hit 8,000 subscribers on YouTube. So well done. I mean, that's pretty awesome. 8,000 is a really big number on YouTube. At least I think so. And yeah, if you like the videos, please like, please share, please comment. Please let me know what you think. And thanks for watching. Cheers, guys.